All right, first fight on the prelims, you have Charlie Ontiveros against Steve Garcia. Garcia is a minus 320 favorite. Ontiveros is a plus 260 underdog. Uh, Ontiveros is 11-7, has 4 wins by a knockout or TKO. He's going to have a 3-inch reach advantage in this fight. He lost to Michael Venom Page a couple years ago by KO TKO. He's not fought top competition. He's been knocked out 6 times. And he's been he's been submitted, I think, 5 times. So you have to watch out for that. Garcia, this is it's going to be his first fight at 155. He's 11-4. He has good power, decent takedown defense. He has 8 wins by knockout TKO. He lost his last fight by decision. I like Garcia in this fight. He's a minus 320 favorite, so I'm definitely, that's a little steep. I like him to win this fight by knockout. That would be the bet I would probably make on this fight, would be Garcia by knockout. I just don't think Ontiveros has enough. He's never fought at lightweight for one, so it's going to be the biggest cut. I think the cut's going to drain a lot out of him. He did serve a suspension for using PEDs. His last fight was at 185, and this fight's going to be at 155, so that's a big difference. So I like Garcia in this fight. Next fight on the card is Lupita Godinez against Silvana Gomez Juarez. Gomez Juarez is taking this fight on short notice after, forget the other girl's name, had to back out. This is going to be a strawweight fight. Godinez is 5-1, 4-1 in her last 5. She lost her last fight by split decision to Jessica Penn. She has 1 win by submission, 4 wins by decision, so she's not not known for like her knockouts or her power. This is Gomez Juarez's UFC debut. She's 10-2, 6 wins by knockout or TKO, 4-1 in her last 5. She has a 4-inch reach advantage coming to this fight, 2 wins by submission. She won her last fight by TKO. This is a fight. I think it's going to be a pretty close fight. But with Juarez not having any UFC experience, it's hard to know what's the level of competition she has fought. I like Godinez here. She's a minus 320 favorite, or 310 favorite, excuse me. Juarez is a plus 250 underdog. I lean toward Godinez here, but this should be a good fight. Next fight in the prelims, you got Charles Rosa versus Damon Jackson. Rosa's a plus 164 underdog. Jackson a minus 196 favorite. Jackson is 18-4-1. Has 3 wins by knockout, TKO, 14 wins by submission. Has decent striking. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He has 3 losses by knockout. He lost his last fight. He has great defensive submissions, good grappling. Rosa is 14-5. He has good striking, good jiu-jitsu, 8 wins by submission, 3 wins by KO, TKO. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He has 30% takedown defense. He won his last fight by split decision. I like Jackson here. I think Jackson's going to be able to take him down and get his grounded pound off. I just don't see Rosa being able to stop the takedowns or the submissions. But yeah, I like Jackson here on the minus. I think Jackson is eventually going. Rosa might win the first round, But eventually, Jackson's going to get this fight on the ground. And when he does, it's going to be a lot of trouble for Rosa, I believe. So I like Jackson in this fight. Next fight, you got Alexander uh, Romanov against Jared Vandera. Romanov's a minus 590 favorite. Vandera's a plus 440 underdog. A lot of big spreads in this fight in this card. Romanov is 14-0. But he has poor striking, and his cardio can be questioned sometime. He has 5 wins by knockout, 8 wins by submission. He has decent wrestling. He's 5-0 in his last 5. He won his last fight by a majority draw, technical superiority thing. Vandera is 12-5, 7 wins by knockout TKO, 3 wins by submission. Has a 5-inch reach advantage, 3-2 in his last 5. He won his last fight by unanimous decision against Justin Taffa. He has decent wrestling. I just don't think he's going to be able to keep Romanov from taking him down and getting off his ground and pound. That's what scares me in this fight. I think if Vandera could keep him on the outside and keep it close, because Romanov, like I said, his cardio scares me a little bit. But yeah, I lean toward Romanov in this fight. All right, next fight is Chris Gutierrez against Felipe Claris. Gutierrez is 16-3 Gutierrez is a minus 260 favorite. Claris is a plus 215 underdog. Gutierrez is 16-3 has good leg kicks, 4-0-1 in his last 5. He has 7 wins by knockout or TKO, 1 win by submission. He has good wrestling, won his last fight by unanimous decision over Yule. Claris is 10-2, has good striking, decent jiu-jitsu. He's going to have a 2.5 inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 2 wins by KO, TKO, 5 wins by submission. He has poor takedown defense. He's 3-2 in his last 5. And he lost his last fight by unanimous decision. I like Gutierrez here. I think the leg kicks and his wrestling are going to be the difference in this fight. I just don't think Claris is going to be able to deal with Gutierrez's pressure that well. So I like Gutierrez in that fight. All right, that's all the prelims. That is all the prelims for tomorrow's card. Okay, we'll get ready to move on to the main card. Before we move on to the main card, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Join us. That's always entertaining. Big show announcement for next Friday, the 15th, at 1 p.m. on GSR. We're gonna have live in studio special guest Khan, the director, Hollywood House. He's an accomplished podcast host. He's a accomplished manager in the pro wrestling game. He has a lot of stuff going on. Real interesting dude. Great at what he does. He's going to join us next Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern on GSR. So make sure you tune into that. You won't be disappointed. I have a feeling it's going to be a very entertaining show. He joined us for commentary last week at a pro wrestling show. You can find that on our YouTube page. Go check that out. But all right, let's jump into this main card. Before we jump into the main card, don't forget we will be live with live watch along and reaction to the UFC Fight Night tomorrow. We'll be live at 3. Come join us for that. We'll also be live tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. with live watch along and reaction to the BKFC. You have Riggs against Gillard on that. And also we'll be live with live watch along and reaction to Wilder versus Fury 3. Make sure you join us tomorrow. Going to be a action-packed day. So come join us for that. All right, main card. First fight on the main card is going to have Dern win versus Phillip Hawes. Win is a plus 265 underdog. Hawes is a minus 330 favorite. Win is 7-2. He has 4 wins by knockout or TKO. He has good wrestling. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He won his last fight by unanimous decision over Antonio Arroyo. Hawes is 11-2. He has good wrestling. He's 5-0 in his last 5. He has a 7.5-inch reach advantage, 7 wins by knockout or TKO, 2 wins by submission. He won his last fight by unanimous decision over Kyle Dacus. I think Hawes' pressure and his length is going to be a little too much for Win. I like Hawes here in this fight. Next fight, Mariah Agapova against Sabrina Mazzo. Agapova is a plus 144 underdog. Mazzo's a minus 172 favorite. Agapova is 9-2, 3-2 her last 5. Lost her last fight by TKO to Shayna Dobson. She has 3 wins by knockout or TKO and 4 wins by submission. She has good wrestling. Mazzo is 9-2. She has 2 wins by knockout or TKO, 1 win by submission. She will have a 2-inch reach advantage in this fight. She's 3-2 in her last 5 as well. She lost her last fight by unanimous decision to Alexis Davis. I think Agapova's wrestling is going to be too much for Mazzo. I think Agapova is going to be able to get the takedowns and be able to get ground and pound in and maybe even submit her. I like Agapova here at the plus 144 as the underdog. Okay, next fight. We have Matias Nikolao versus Tim Elliot. Nikolao is a minus 200 favorite. Elliot is a plus 168 underdog. Nikolao is 16-3-1. He has good power, decent takedown defense. He has 4 wins by knockout or TKO. He has 5 wins by submission. He's 4-1 in his last 5. He has 2 losses by knockout. Elliot is 17-11-1. He has good pressure on his feet, decent wrestling. He has 3 wins by knockout or TKO, 6 wins by submission. He's 2-3 in his last 5. He does have 5 losses by submission, but he has real good cardio. This is a fight here. It's going to be an interesting fight, but I think Elliot's pressure on his feet and just his cardio are going to be too much for Nikolao. Nikolao, I don't think's fought anybody that can put the pressure on him like Elliot does. I think Elliot is going to get some takedowns, be able to get some ground and pound off. I like Elliot here as the plus 168 underdog. All right, next fight, which is the co-main event of the evening, you have Jared Gooden against Randy Brown. Gooden is a plus 188 underdog. Brown's a minus 225 favorite. Gooden is 18-6. He has 8 wins by knockout or TKO, 6 wins by submission. He's 3-2 in his last 5. Good striking. Won his last fight by TKO. Looks against Stolz. Brown is 13-4. 6 wins by KO, TKO, 5 wins by submission. Will have a 1-inch reach advantage in this fight. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He won his last fight by submission over Oliveira. He's a well-balanced fighter. I like Brown here. I like Brown here at the. I can see Brown winning this fight different ways. I can see him winning this fight by submission. I can see him winning this fight by even by knockout. I just don't see many ways that Gooden's going to win this fight. Gooden's going to have to catch that one big blow, I think, to win this fight. And his takedown defense isn't real great. I like Brown here. And then the main event of the evening. Mackenzie Dern against Marina Rodriguez. Dern is a minus 172 favorite. Rodriguez is a plus 144 underdog. Dern is 11-1, 4-1 in her last 5. One last fight by submission over Nina Nunes. She has 7 wins by submission. Has great grappling. Rodriguez is 14-1-2. She'll have a 2-inch reach advantage in this fight. She won her last fight against Michelle Watterson. She has 6 wins by TKO, 3-1-1 in her last 5. Her takedown defense is 62%. I don't think that I like Dern. I favor Dern in this fight. Something I really like. A bet I really would like on this fight is the fight to go the distance. No, I don't see this fight going the distance. I think there's going to be a finish. I lean toward Dern because I think Dern's going to be able to get her down and take advantage of her grappling. But if Rodriguez can keep this fight on the feet, I think it could be a competitive fight. So it's going to be a fun fight to watch, but I expect this fight to win by finish. Like I said, I lean toward Dern winning this fight as the minus 172 favorite. But I also like the fight not to go the distance in this fight. I think there's definitely going to be a finish in this fight. Let's see. Will fight go the distance? What can you get? But see, if you bet that straight up, there really ain't a whole fight to go the distance. No, is that minus 350. So the books don't think this fight's going to go the distance either. The books think Dern's going to win this fight probably by submission. Is their favorite way for this fight to end? I can see it when I can definitely see it ending by submission. I think Dern's grappling is going to be the difference in that fight, but should be a real interesting main event. Looking forward to that. All right, that is all the UFC fights for tomorrow. Don't forget, we will be live for it with a live watch along and reaction for the UFC Fight Night tomorrow. We'll be live at 3 o'clock for that. We're also going to be live in the evening for the BKFC and the Wilder versus Fury 3. So make sure you join us for those watch-alongs. That'll start at 8 p.m. tomorrow. So we've got a lot going on tomorrow. It's going to be a big show.